welcome back to the live stream, everyone. Very special day here on the live stream. I am your Heavenly Father. Over on that side is David Mickelson, the founder of Snopes. Say hello, David.
Hello, everyone.
We are fact-checking the president live, although he's delayed. This is the second half of the president's Deregapalooza. Because it went so long and we had actual business to take care of. So let's see. Cousin Larry is in the stream already. No one's in the stream yet. So hopefully we are live. I'm just going to check and make sure that that's the case. David, you watch the chat above your head there. And let me know if somebody actually comes into the room. Let's see here.
Good news. I'm free for at least another 30 days.
We are... It looks like... there's Bev. Okay. Hey, Gut.
Bev's here.
Hi, Gut. That's what I say every morning. I wake up and I say, hi, Gut, because it wakes me up and then I put things into it. So I'm with you, Bev. Okay, excellent. Let's get right to the... See, now, the reason that it took so long for the chatters to show up there is because I only did a 15-second intro. Because producer Joanna was like, 60 seconds is too long. It's not even seconds, that countdown thing that happens before. But that gives enough time for it to get up on YouTube, etc. So let me make sure that it is on YouTube. No, Bev is talking to us from YouTube, so it is on YouTube. So Ruth Ann, you're a liar.
I'm watching
and I've got a
YouTube.
fact checker here, so he can look into that. David, what do you think of that thing behind your head? What do you the moving Snopes logo? Is it too much? He was saying it was too much earlier, and then I just made a static logo for him. But I like it. Guys, you decide. People in the chat room, should I keep it with that moving Snopes logo like a real news channel? Or he's getting mesmerized by it. Or should I put it back to the static? You decide. Actually, he's the guest. If he makes the call. But Green Room Bar says no. I'm not sure what he's saying. No to.
Just no.
Just in general, no. So good to see everybody back here. You missed the first half, Bev. Honestly, you didn't miss much. Hold on. What I will do is I will get the YouTube link and I will put it into the chat room so that whatever format you're watching on, you can click and go to the YouTube link. Give me just 1 second. Let me make sure that it is up and running properly. For those of you watching for the first time, the best place to chat is on YouTube at youtube.com/KevinlyFather. If you'd like to support this sort of thing and to have more wonderful guests like David come, then what you do is you just go to KevinlyFather.com and you can support us, or you can put up there that paypal.me/KevinlyDad. You can pay with PayPal. And you can support this sort of thing. And if you'd like to support fact-checking in general, then please go to Snopes.com because they take money there. It looks like we're live on the YouTube. Let me get to the actual page.
Birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, anything.
David, you're going to have to be a little bit louder because that barely registered on the microphone there. But David's very funny. Okay, we are... Boom. This should go out to everybody. Okay. I just sent out a YouTube link. So if you can't find the YouTube page, click on that link that suddenly appears in your chat window, whatever platform you're on, probably Twitter. And you should be able to click through and get to... is it distracting your eyes, Green Room? Okay, because Green Room was formerly an executive producer, I will change it. Give me 1 minute. I can do that by going to studio mode, the guest cam, changing... Boom, that's it. I just stopped it altogether. Okay. And we are moving on as soon as I do this and this, and we are back. Okay, let's... drinking word. By the way, if you're just joining us, we're halfway through this. The drinking word is regulation, and that also counts deregulation. Either one. Here we go.
Some cases, even less than 1 year. And it's possible that it won't qualify. It's possible that it won't be good environmentally or safety-wise, in which case, at least in a period of a year or two, we'll raise the hand and you won't make it. But most projects will make it, but you won't go for 10, 15, 18, or 20 years. There are many horror stories that we could relate. We're reclaiming America's proud heritage as a nation of builders. My administration has also eliminated massive regulatory barriers in our battle against the China virus. These actions save countless lives, speeding up the production of equipment. That means ventilators like nobody's ever seen before. Probably the greatest source of manufacturing, the greatest achievement since World War II.
Source of
now
manufacturing?
Making ventilators for countries all over the world. In medicine, accelerating the delivery of life-saving treatments and ensuring that We will have a vaccine in a record time. We're doing fantastically well on that. That'll be for another time, another meeting, but we are doing on therapeutics and vaccines incredibly well. No administration in history has removed more red tape more quickly to rescue the economy and to protect the health of our people. When you think of it, we are all set up that as we get the vaccine or therapeutic, and we're set up militarily, we're going to be delivering it in record time. It's all set to move. We put an investment up front, and we have logistical people, generals, great people. They're going to be delivering this all over the country as soon as we have it. We've
Yes,
made
we're up on
tremendous
YouTube.
progress. You've been reading about it. In
The link
total,
will
we've
come up in
taken
your
more
chat
than
room in just a second. I just
740
posted it again.
actions to suspend regulations that would have slowed our response to the China virus. This includes lifting restrictions on manufacturers so that our great auto workers could produce more than 100,000 ventilators. So we've done over 100,000 in 100 days. Think of that.
Okay.
And we didn't have ventilators. We weren't set up for ventilators. We became a
We had
country that's
19,000
making a
ventilators.
lot of them, helping so many others. Countries that are never going to be in a position to make them. They're complex, they're expensive, they're big,
They're
very,
not-
very, very tough to do. And we've saved a lot of lives. And there's never been a person in our country, even though we started with almost nothing. I say the cupboard was bare when we took over.
19,000.
We started with nothing. There's never been a person in our country, even though we had just absolutely no, we were going on empty. Never been one person that
19,000.
needed a ventilator that didn't get it. Think of that.
Not true.
one
A lot of people
person.
stayed home.
As complex
A lot of
as
people were
they
told
are,
to
as
stay
big,
home.
as
The people who couldn't get
expensive,
into the ICU
take a
because
long
it's
time
full.
to get
Yeah.
them done. Not one person has ever needed a ventilator that
Or the
didn't
people
get it.
that felt like they
We
could
made
make it through it, and then an
telemedicine
hour later
like-
they were dead.
Great
Those
job.
people didn't get
Great,
ventilators.
really a great job. The people here, they get no credit for it. I don't want any credit. They should get the credit, but they get no credit. But we've done a great job.
Okay, so from now on, we
helping
say,
so many other
Mr. Trump, you
countries
get no
now.
credit. And then
We made telemedicine
I'm sure he's gonna be
available
fine
to
with
all
that.
American patients and allowed doctors to work across state lines. I will tell you, the telemedicine is something that's really
wait a minute. He just said they made telemedicine available to all American patients. No, the doctors and clinics do that. Let's say you have to have a cancerous tumor removed. You can't do that by telephone.
gone up by thousands and thousands of percentage points of percent, because what happened is
What?
people that
Percentage
wouldn't
points
even
of
think
percent?
of percentage points simply gone up by thousands and thousands of percentage points of percent, because what happened is people
Wait,
that wouldn't
is that-
even think of using
does that make sense,
telemedicine
David?
all of a sudden
Percentage
started
points of
using it,
percent?
and it's really turned out to be
Per
good.
capita.
That's-
Really
well,
turned
that's
out to be
technically
good,
that-
and it solved a lot of problems.
Percentage
So that's
points are
something
part of a
that's been
percent,
great
so-
advancement. Furthermore, I've
It is
ordered
English.
federal agencies to look for ways to make these healthcare reforms totally permanent. Vice President Pence is also working closely with state, local, and tribal leaders
Yeah,
to
Dr. Howard
streamline
says it's called self-surgery.
occupational licensing. Over 30 states have taken steps to reduce these barriers to unemployment
Marriers?
and to employment, and including a state that I love very much to have.
All the barriers to unemployment have been taken away. Trust me. Very quickly.
I want to know, with all this massive red tape slashing, why can't he cut the red tape that's preventing the release of his tax returns?
Yeah, why can't you deregulate the IRS? That's what I want to know.
A little history in that state. The great state of Alaska. Thank you very much, Governor, for being here. Mike Dunleavy. Mike, thank you very much.
No, you can have 1/1000th of a percentage point, I think. Well, here's the thing. A percentage
If you're
is...
measuring his support, I suppose.
You could. Or something else. There's no problem down there, believe me. A percent is the culmination of a fraction. The fraction is 1/1000th. That's a percent. It's just, I always hated fractions as a kid because it's not done. It's 7/22. You're not finished. Turn it into an actual number.
1,000th of a hundredth.
In Idaho, Governor Brad Little, who is here today with us as well, set a new record for regulatory relief. Good job, Brad.
I think his name is Brad Idaho.
Good governor.
What?
Great governor. two great governors. The American people know best how to run their own lives. They don't need Washington bureaucrats controlling their every move and micromanaging their every decision. With each regulation we cut, we are not only returning the money and the power to our citizens, we are draining the Washington swamp, and they're not happy about it, I can tell you that. I think you know that.
You're correct, Bev. David,
the swamp was deep. I just didn't know how deep. Deeper than I thought. Joining us today are a few of the
a deep swamp is called a lake.
Countless Americans who are personally benefiting from our pro-worker reforms. Joe Cambria owns Cambria Truck Center in New Jersey. Good state, New Jersey, and it's been really something that he's seen firsthand, how our regulation cuts have helped create thousands and thousands of jobs.
Percentage points.
Please come up and say a few words. Thank you, Joe.
Are these swamp people?
Are they giving him another podium as they're doing here? Yep.
They got a pickup truck.
Stop. They got trucks.
You want a free car?
Hospital, the helper tickets done. So
you get a truck, and you get a truck, and we're all out of trucks. You get a ventilator.
Trade it for the goat.
They're not showing them. Oh, there they are, way over there. Is that a cat?
The 2015
it's a construction vehicle of some kind?
And
a backhoe?
Thank you, Jim. Thank
what
you
is
very
even
much.
happening there?
Terrible.
He's doing show and tell at the White House.
So long. They took your property away from you. And you want to take care of your property better than any government is going to tell you to take care of your property. You'll take care of it better, so we don't have to worry about that. Thank you very much. Beautifully said. Thank you.
Why, in Trump's mind, why have any regulations whatsoever?
Just as president,
just let everybody do whatever they want to do.
Always fight to defend your rights and your freedoms. We'll fight very hard for your rights and your freedoms.
And your regulations.
The hard left wants to reverse these extraordinary gains and reimpose these disastrous regulations.
Oh,
hard
they
left.
Want to take what we've taken off, Jim, and they want to put them back on. And I guess they can do that. You'll fight them for a little while, but eventually you'll lose. And they want to bury our economy under suffocating, relentless landslides of Washington red tape like we had before I got here.
Oh, is that the new name for the team?
We must never return to the days of soul-crushing regulation that ravaged our cities, devastated our workers, drained our vitality, and right out of our people, and thoroughly crippled our nation's prized competitive edge. It's what we have. We have great, great people, the greatest people in the world. Our entire economy
it's Clifford the Big
and
Red
our
Truck.
very way of life are threatened by Biden's plans to transform our nation and subjugate our communities through the blunt force instrument of federal regulation at a level that you haven't even seen yet. You think that was bad? You haven't even seen it yet. They want to go.
Well, yeah, because it's the future that you're telling us. Just dystopic as it is. That's why it hasn't happened yet. It's not good with time.
Many times what they put you under in the past. Under the unity platform Joe Biden published with socialist Bernie Sanders, they are proposing, and this is all in writing, it's done. They agreed.
It is. I did look into this the other night, guys.
Much like the speech is in writing.
Yes, it's done. It's in the future. And it's right now, it's tomorrow.
They are proposing to re-enter the job-killing, unfair Paris Climate Accord, which will cost
the Paris Climate Accord doesn't kill any jobs. It's all voluntary.
Our country trillions of dollars, trillions and trillions of dollars.
Before a couple of years ago, like 3 years ago, Chris, he couldn't get the word subjugate. He didn't know what it meant.
And put us in a very, very bad competitive position relative to the world. Not surprising to you, China will be greatly advanced under this ridiculous agreement.
No.
So will Russia, so will many other countries. They propose to mandate net zero emissions.
Oh, Chris, today he decided he would come out and address the COVID crisis with the nation experiencing more than 60,000 cases a day and over 3.5 million as a threshold for the coronavirus. President Trump decided to come out and talk about trucks.
From all new homes and buildings, skyrocketing the cost of construction and putting the goal of home ownership out of reach for millions, destroying the look of the home, the beauty of the home. I'm somebody that's built many homes, many buildings.
Of
If you
solid
take a look
gold.
at this, it doesn't look good. You still have to sell, right? You still have to sell. But they've put it out of reach from a cost standpoint, totally out of reach. It's not practical, it's not good, and it doesn't work. They want to eliminate carbon from the U.S. energy
Yeah, who wants to have a home where you don't have to pay for electricity? Why would anyone want that?
industry, which means abolishing all American oil, clean coal, and natural gas. No coal, no gas, no
There's
oil.
no clean coal.
Nothing to fire our massive plants. The
Well, you
result
scrub
of
it.
this federally mandated shutdown would be the wholesale destruction of the entire energy
Universe.
industry and many other industries, the economic evisceration of entire communities, and the unfettered offshoring of millions of our best jobs to foreign countries and foreign polluters.
Stephen Miller wrote this.
Millions and millions of jobs would go. Thousands and thousands
likes
of
evisceration.
countries
That's one of his words.
would be at a level that you've never seen. Companies would be disappearing left and right,
Like they are now.
just like they did with NAFTA, which we took.
How many restaurants just shuttered again in Seattle, David?
Like 20.
20 restaurants, 18, 20 or whatever it was, just shuttered. Announced, was it this week or?
Yeah, well, permanent closure of like 20 restaurants in Seattle in recent weeks.
Yeah,
Something
it's. I mean, and this is across the nation. Restaurants are shutting down all over the place. They can't come back because even with PPP, that pays for the employees, and you can use a little bit of it for other things, but you can't keep maintaining. And okay, so now you're open, but people aren't going to restaurants. This is a supply and demand economy.
Terminated for the USMCA, which was another beauty that we've done, not for now, but another great beauty. But thousands of companies, plants, factories would be closed. Under this dismal future, energy would be unaffordable for the vast majority of Americans.
Or free, either one. It's like,
It's an energy-free future.
yeah. You know, all that sun and wind and rain, all that stuff that literally falls out of the sky. Wasn't he just saying that there's a whole bunch of states with more rain and water that they don't know what to do with it all? Harness it?
American
It'll,
dream
it'll send the cancer rates plummeting, though.
Oh,
Not all
yeah.
that wind.
That's the problem with the windmills.
would be sniffed out so quickly and replaced with a socialist disaster. The Democrats in D.C. have been and
Yeah, we don't want socialism. By the way, we're passing a new PPP bill.
want to, at a much higher level, abolish our beautiful and successful suburbs by placing far-left Washington bureaucrats in charge of local zoning decisions. They're absolutely determined to
Wait.
eliminate single suburbs by placing far-left Washington bureaucrats in charge of local zoning decisions. They're absolutely determined to eliminate single-family zoning, destroy the
catchers.
value of houses and communities already built, just as they have in Minneapolis and other locations that you read about today.
So what he's saying is the Democrats want to get rid of all houses. That we can only have apartments or condos.
And-
That's what he's saying, which I guarantee you is not part of the platform.
And no energy.
And no energy. That's right. So
And no carbon.
basically cardboard boxes.
Today, your home will go down in value and crime rates will rapidly rise.
Well, won't that make homes more affordable
That-
if they all go down in value, though?
Yeah, if they all go down in value, suddenly you have all these affordable homes. And if you have a home right now that's not an apartment, that's going to skyrocket in value. So bring it on, because you won't be able to build anymore.
Joe Biden and his bosses from the radical left want to significantly multiply what they're doing now. And what will be the end result is you will totally destroy the beautiful suburbs.
Wait, what are the radical left doing now? And how are they going to...
How can
Joe Biden's not in power, is he?
How can he multiply what he's doing? He isn't doing anything.
He isn't doing anything. He's hiding in his basement, the last I heard.
Suburbia will be no longer as we know it. So they want to defund and abolish your police
I mean, technically suburbs are just away from urban. That's what it... So they're still going to be there.
and law enforcement. while at the same time destroying our great suburbs.
Mass hysteria.
The suburb destruction will end.
Does he think this is a winning platform? Suburb destruction? Is that what the Republicans are going with now? That's going to be save the suburbs.
I thought we were destroying inner cities.
Oh, everything.
And with us next week,
Unaffordable, skyrocketing houses.
I will be discussing the AFFH rule. AFFH rule, a disaster.
It's pronounced AFA.
And our plans to protect the suburbs from being
Change
obliterated
the
by
USMCA bill.
Washington Democrats, by people on the far left that want to see the suburbs destroyed, that don't care.
Yeah.
People have worked all their lives to get into a community, and now they're going to watch it go to hell. It's not going to happen, not while I'm here.
Destroy their dishwashers.
The
and light
Biden-Bernie
bulbs.
plan would also use
didn't
the
he say
weapon
the
of federal
AFFA
regulation
bill?
to tie the hands of our
AFFH, I
police
think.
departments by abolishing
Oh, sorry, kids. I'm going to go back here.
from being abused. So they want to defund and abolish your police, and you read about today. Your home will go down in value and crime rates will rapidly rise.
Wait, is it before or after
Joe
this?
Biden and his bosses from the radical left want to significantly multiply what they're doing now. And what will be the end result is you will totally destroy the beautiful suburbs. Suburbia will be no longer as we know it. So they want to defund and abolish your police and law enforcement, while at the same time destroying
Yeah, if
our
you said
great
the H,
suburbs.
that's correct.
The suburb destruction
FFHA.
will end with us. Next week, I will be discussing the AFFH rule. AFFH rule, a disaster. And our plans to protect the
Affirmatively furthering
suburbs
fair housing.
from being obliterated by Washington Democrats, by people on the far left that want to see the suburbs destroyed, that don't care.
Who?
People have worked all their lives to get into a community, and now they're going to
Stupid
watch
suburbs.
it go to hell. Not going to happen, not while I'm here. The Biden-Bernie plan
Is he
would
talking
also
about gated
use the
communities?
weapon of
Because
federal
literally anyone can move to the suburbs if they want to. They're part of the same system.
regulation
Hey, Cousin
to
Larry.
tie the hands of our
Hey,
police
caffeine freak.
departments by abolishing cash bail. Think of that. Think of that. Bail. No problem. They killed somebody, let them out. Take a
No,
look at what's happening.
that's not part of
Crime in
this
New
at
York
all.
City up 368% from
No.
just a short while
Did you
ago.
kill someone? Yes, okay.
All right, you're out. What'd you
There you
do? I was loitering.
A lot
Get
of
the hell
police, and
back
they're in
in.
the process of doing it $1 billion. They probably want to abolish. It's not even believable.
Mamma
When I
mia.
first heard about it, when you first heard about it, you didn't think it was real. You didn't think it was believable.
Still don't.
Just like the Green New Deal.
Uh-huh.
How crazy is that? But they're actually trying to put it into play. It'll mean the end of this country.
No, this country
So
will
by
still
getting
be
rid
here.
of bail, they are incentivizing jail and prison closures. They want to get rid of prisons. They don't think anybody should go to prison.
That's not true.
Setting loose violent criminals,
This is
appointing left-wing social
Biden
justice
2020. The
prosecutors,
Purge.
like you have in Philadelphia,
We should just use the
where
airlock.
people creating and doing the most criminal of acts are let go, in many cases, immediately, and making our wonderful cops, our great, great police, cops. Subordinate to distant bureaucrats who have never spent a day in their lives fighting crime. Unlike
Like
the
me.
socialists, we believe in the rule of the people, not the rule of the unelected bureaucrats that don't know what they're doing. We believe in the dignity of the individual, not the...
Correct me if I'm wrong here, David. Isn't socialism the rule of the people? Isn't that everybody shares? Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't make the rules. But for example, Canada's socialist. Sweden is socialist. They still have elections.
Yeah.
It's not unelected. You could vote Socialist Party if you want to. This coming up in this election, you can vote for a Socialist Party.
iron grip
Apparently, they're called the Democrats. So the Democrat unelected, but they're running
Socialist.
for office. It's all those dog catchers, David.
Unelected bureaucrats.
grip of the state. Our regulatory reforms are vital, not only to the success of our economy, but the strength of our democracy and the survival of liberty itself. My administration will continue pressing forward until we have made every last vestige of Washington fully, completely, and totally accountable to the citizens of the United States. We are putting our faith in the workers who power our country, the doctors who care for our country, the truckers who sustain our country, and the farmers and ranchers who preserve our country
Okay.
in all of its
I have now taken over
majestic
the show.
beauty. The American people are the ones who made our nation great, and together we will make it greater by far than ever before. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you very much.
I just regulated Kevin out of
Thank you.
He was Branson.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Are we doing the lottery for the trucks now?
Thank you very much. Thank you. We must have said something right. I guess we said it absolutely right. It's about our country. It's about our country. We want to be strong. We want to respect everybody, but we have to have strong law enforcement.
I hit Kevin in the
And
head. He did not hit the head.
That's taking place in the areas that we're responsible for. We want others to call us for help. There's nothing wrong. Let Chicago call. Let Seattle call. We were going into
Ow, my
Seattle,
head.
all set to
We
go,
also
and then
voted
they
all
did it
for
themselves.
Billy
They heard
Joel
we were
songs while
coming
we were
in,
gone.
and the hands went up. They gave up.
Sorry, what did I miss? Nothing?
It's
Okay,
so
good.
terrible when you see what's happening. Minneapolis, we said, get the guard in there. 3 nights, get the guard in, get the guard. We got the guard in. The National Guard, they've done
the
a
Democratic
fantastic
governor
job. As soon
of
as they showed
Minneapolis,
up, it was like
Well,
a
let's take
knife
look correct.
cutting through butter.
Sent the guard in before he called
You
for
saw
the
that,
National Guard.
right? After 4 days of horror
No. He called
Wasn't
for the
the
guard
police's
after they
fault
were already
in
dispatched.
any of these places. They were told to leave. The police are, generally speaking, they do a great job. They were told to leave. But you saw what happened. Minneapolis, grab your gun and run. That's not what they wanted to do. But the National Guard came in, and we did a great job. No problem after that, you notice?
Is this still about
We just passed
deregulation?
a statues and
I think he's off
monument
script here.
executive order, and they were going wild. They see that beautiful, look at it right there, it's so beautiful, the Washington Monument.
They were going to
They
tear
had
it
their
down.
choice, they'd take it down, and I
All
guarantee you they'd
380
rename
feet of
it.
it. I have no idea.
They want to rename it. They want George Washington out. They want Thomas Jefferson out. They want Abraham Lincoln out. They want abolitionists.
They want Donald
out.
Trump out.
It's a Che Guevara
They don't know
monument.
what they want. They just want to destroy our country. We're not going to let it happen. We're not letting it happen. So I'd now like to ask Vice President
Hey,
Mike
Stephanie.
Pence to say a few words. Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Hey, Mom.
Strong leadership, strong leadership. Thank you, Mr. President. Strong leadership. Broad-shouldered, broad-shouldered, broad-shouldered. Thank you, Mr. President, Mr. President. And then another guy with the thank yous.
Do we change the channel? Why has this not been canceled?
Yeah, I know. It will be canceled coming up in November. Okay, so back to him here. Is he going to take any questions? I don't think he will. Doesn't seem like a question crowd.
So we have many exciting things that we'll be announcing over the next 8 weeks, I would say.
8 weeks. Then what are you here for? Just to announce that you're going to be announcing things in the next 8 weeks? What was the purpose of these trucks on the White House lawn?
Yeah, I wouldn't buy
Things
any
that
green
nobody has
bananas if I were you.
Even contemplated, thought about, thought possible, and things that we're going to get done, and we have gotten done. We've started in most cases, but it's going to be a very exciting 8 weeks. 8
Woohoo!
weeks, like I think, Mike, we can honestly say nobody's ever going to see 8 weeks like we're going to have, because we really
What
have. We
is
have.
he
We're
talking
taking on
about?
immigration, taking on education, we're taking on so many aspects of things that
Whoa, things.
people
Calendar
were
reform.
hopelessly tied up in knots in Congress. They've been working on some of these things for 25, 30 years. Wasn't happening. But you'll see,
Isn't the Republican-controlled
levels of
Senate what's holding
detail,
up all the legislation?
and
Yeah.
you'll see levels of thought
500
that a
and
lot of
some
people
bills waiting to be signed.
believed very strongly we didn't have in this country. We're going to get things done. We're going to get things done that they've wanted to see done for a long, long time. So I think we'll start sometime on Tuesday.
Why not today?
We'll be discussing
Right now.
And we're all here.
one plan on suburbia, but that's one of many, many different plans.
A plan on
We're
suburbia.
going into the immigration, the world of immigration, the world of education.
Are we going to get that stimulus check you
Going
promised
into the
on
world
June
of
22nd?
healthcare,
Oh, healthcare. We're going to fix
complete
healthcare.
healthcare.
Complete
And we have a
healthcare.
lot of very exciting things to discuss. But cutting of regulation has been really something that I felt we could do, and we could do fairly easily. Nothing's easy in this country. We had statutory requirements where we'd do phase one, and
That's something I thought we could do fairly easily. Nothing's easy.
then we'd have to wait 90 days. We'd do phase two, and we'd have to wait 60 days.
Yeah?
We'd do phase three, and we said, let's do phase four. Sir, I'm sorry, you have to wait 1 year. But we were able to do things that nobody has ever been able to do, or even close, on deregulation. And
So then technically you were able to undo things that no one has. That's regulation, by the way.
That 8 weeks starting to sound ambitious.
I'm kind of scared for 8 weeks. Can we do the medically induced coma for 8 weeks?
these trucks, this really is a great little example. I don't know who thought of this idea, but it's actually quite simple and quite good. Is that Brooke? Quite simple and quite good. I don't love having that big sucker hanging over my head.
Can you
I
show
want
us
to get out of
C-SPAN?
here as fast as possible.
He means the
But I do
sun.
want to thank you all. Incredible people. You've done an incredible job.
He's solar
And
powered.
to the speakers, please, thank you very much. Great job. Thank you very much. Thank
This
you,
thing that
everybody.
emits
Thank
light
you.
and heat.
Thank
What a
you.
great idea.
Thank you, Brett.
So what was that? We're now past 3 o'clock. We were going to do a Q&A with David from Snopes. David, what did we just watch? What was the point of that?
That's beyond my pay grade.
Wow. I have no idea. I have no idea what we just, something about the Democrats wanting to get rid of the suburbs. I don't know. I don't know.
America.
So, you guys want to let me know. Does anybody want to do a Q&A with David from Snopes? We can make that happen. David, do you need a break, or should we just... yeah, I want to take a break because I want to actually create this as a new broadcast. So this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to take a break just for like 5 minutes. Does that sound good, David?
Okay.
Okay, so 5 minutes. I'll put up a new title. I'll put up a new marquee, and we'll get going again. Let's see, it's 3:08 now, so we'll shoot for 3:15 Pacific time. So 6:15 on the East Coast. So we'll see you guys back here hopefully in a few minutes with your questions for David Mickelson of Snopes. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you back here in 7 minutes. That's the opener. That was the opener. Stop it!
That was never 5 minutes
Okay, we're
just
back.
now.
That was the wrong button. Hey, goodbye. Hold on.
Kevin, is this helpful to Joe Biden?
Wait, what?